Hello, this is Salvacion Placer ang tuwa ko, or Doc Baby, or simply Baby. Welcome once again to this Connecting the Dots channel. Do you know how powerful a touch is? There are countless of ways that can show this, but I'm only going to name 4 here. 1. Touch can heal. There are so many Bible stories about the healing power of the touch of Jesus. He touched paralytic, he touched the blind, he touched the sick, he touched the possessed. And in all those instances, his touch healed these people. I am going to share here only one story. This is from Luke chapter 8, verses 43 to 44. And I quote, "There was a woman who had suffered from a bleeding for 12 years. This woman had spent everything she had on doctors, but none of them had been able to cure her. Now she came up behind Jesus and touched the fringe of his cloak, and the bleeding stopped at once." That's how powerful the touch of Jesus is. He did not even touch the woman. It was the woman who touched just the fringe of his cloak. But the woman was healed. A woman who has been bleeding for 12 years. 2. Touch increases the value of things. Are you familiar with the poem of Myra Brooks Welch titled "The Old Violin, the Touch of the Master's Hand"? I'm going to read a story here, the poem, just an excerpt from the poem. An old violin was up for bidding at an auction house, and the bidding started at $1, $2, and then 3. But before the auctioneer was able to say going, gone at $3, a bearded man from behind the room stood up, went to the front, dusted the violin, and tuned it up, and then played a beautiful melody. When he finished playing, there was silence. Then the auctioneer started the bidding once again, but this time he started at $1,000, $2,000, and at $3,000. It was going, gone. So the violin was sold for $3,000. Its value has jumped up because it was touched by a master's hand. The power of touch. Number 3. Touch can transform. It can transform an ordinary relationship into an exciting love affair. This happened to Jin-a and Jun-hee when they touched and held hands under the table in the Korean drama Something in the Rain. They started as a kind of having a brother-sister relationship, but because of that touch under the table, they had a wonderful man-woman relationship. Their relationship was transformed by the power of touch. The same thing happened to me between me and my husband, my late husband, Pico. We started having a relationship as professors in a university. So it was purely on a professional level. But then one night, during a disco night, he touched my hand and put it over his heart. And that changed everything. We had a wonderful love affair and married life because of that touch that transformed us. 4. Touch connects with your soul and intensifies and increases your creativity. No matter what you are doing, you become highly creative, and this creativity is intensified. No matter if you are writing songs, singing songs, painting beautiful pictures, writing books, it doesn't matter. Your creativity will intensify. This happened to me when I wrote the book, my latest book, which I have been talking about in several of my other videos. It's here, and you can still get copies of this. Religious songs, for example, are written because the composers, the songwriters, were touched by a special Bible verse or a special Bible stories. There are so many religious songs, and I cannot name all the composers now, but I know several of them, and they are so highly motivated and creative. One of them is my student, and several of them are were my colleagues before. Okay, now are you familiar with Akiane Kramarik? She is the one who at age 8 painted the face of Jesus and titled it The Prince of Peace. This piece of painting was possible because she was touched by something in her soul that made her paint this. Unfortunately, she lost this painting for several years, but finally she was able to find it back, and it's now on display. The link to her museum and some of her videos talking about this this painting and her other paintings are found in the description below. Then, are you familiar with Joey Velasco, our Filipino painter who painted the Last Supper, showing Jesus together with street kids? He was so touched by the power of Jesus to feed the hungry, and he was also touched by the little kids, the street kids that he usually sees around, and he really invited these street kids and painted them together in this painting, which is called Hapag ng Pag-asa. I will also put the link to his website. Unfortunately, Joey Velasco died from disease sometime 2018 or 19. I forgot already. Anyway, you should see his painting of the Hapag ng Pag-asa. So, these are 4 instances which shows the power of touch. I'll go back again. 1. Touch can heal. 2. Touch can increase the value of things. 3. Touch can transform. And 4. Touch can increase and intensify your creativity. But Do you know why touch is so powerful? It's because all of us are one with God. So anything or anyone that we touch is actually God touching us, God touching them. And that is why touch is so powerful. And I read to you from 1 Corinthians chapter 12 verse 27. And I quote, "Now you are the body of Christ, and each of you individually is a member of it." If we are the body of Christ, then we are one with Him. And whoever, whatever we touch will also be healed, will be transformed, will be able to create the most wonderful things in this world. That's how touch is powerful, because we are one with God. Thank you, and it's nice to see you again. And please, if you haven't subscribed yet, then please subscribe and also click like. And please write comments. I would really like to hear from you. And if you have stories about the power of touch and how God and Jesus has touched you, touched your life, transformed you, increased your value, increased your creativity, healed you, please share here. Thank you so much. I really would like to hear from you. Thank you very, very much. I'll see you next time.